G'day, SPARTANWILLY here, and welcome back to our Aston Martin Motorsport Manager F1 2021 Manager Mod Save, Episode 2 of Season 2. So yes, this is Season 2, Episode 2, so make sure you're on the right season. If you want to watch Episode 1, you don't want spoilers. There's already quite a few on the screen, but it's not too late. But yes, welcome back to Season 2. We had a good first race. If you haven't seen that yet, spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Russell got his first podium. Stroll finished in the points as well, which is good. I believe he got 9th. Yeah, he got 9th, 2 points. We don't really know what we're going to be doing this season yet, whether we're going to find for first, but all we have to do with Lawrence is get fourth, which we look like we'll be comfortably beating Alpine. We've got some improvements on the car as well. We're going to try and equal out the engine, which of course is best on grid. So having two cars with the best engine on grid would be unstoppable. Maybe not unstoppable, but it'd be a big step towards becoming a dominant force in the title race, hopefully. But Imola today, can I see how we went last year, Imola? There's probably a way, but yeah, anyway, but that is sort of our intro. Thank you to everyone who left a comment on the first episode. I replied to every comment, so make sure to leave them down below. It can be a suggestion, it can be feedback, anything. So we had Cabs who actually suggested that we make an entire preseason episode next season, sorry. Which I was going to do for this season, to be honest, but I decided to chuck it into episode 1, make an extra long episode 1. But I'm happy to make sort of like an episode 0 and then an episode 1 with the first race in it. So maybe we can sort of expand more in preseason. So, like, walk through the liveries, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's something we can experiment with next series if we go a third series, which I think we will, Aston Martin here. But yeah, thanks for the feedback, Cabs, there. And yeah, if you have any suggestions for the series, please let me know down in the comments below. Like I said earlier, also leave a like on the video, it really helps me out. And subscribe if you're not already, but I'm sure you already are anyway. Let's get straight into Imola here. Alright, Imola is already upon us. It felt like it went very quickly, but a lot happened. Sorry, move my mic away from my mouth a little bit. Our test track finished upgrading, so we've upgraded that to its final level. So our bank account's looking the lowest to spend all series at 50 million, but we're getting 2 million a race, so it's really fine. That will cover the cost of parts plus the 50 million, but we did get a bit of a financial management message from Lawrence Stroll. I spot a number of transactions which I find concerning. I mean, upgrading a HQ is concerning apparently, but anyway, test track's got one more level to it that we've already started, as you can see there. Our road car factor will also help with the financial per race, which is good. So Lawrence Stroll's got nothing to worry about there, but engine didn't get done in time, but we sort of knew that was going to happen. Portimao is a back-to-back weekend, so hopefully we can use that engine next time. But we worked on our suspension. So our new suspension's all the way up, and our second one, which puts us second on grid. So we are really trying to shut that gap to Mercedes as quick as possible. Next we'll work on the front wing to try and leapfrog them there. And yeah, but the car is looking very good. And I got a number of comments last episode with quite a few likes on them that they love the car livery, which is great. It's such a subtle change, but yeah, I really like it too. It's something a bit different, but it still sort of maintains the aesthetic of Aston Martin. So just the white trim and what's that called again? The third color. So yeah, that's good to see. I'm glad you guys like it. I'll see you for qualifying too. Alright, Q2 time. Now, a chaotic Q1 where it was raining pretty much the entire session, and that is going to pretty much continue here, but we're going to keep playing with the setup. Chuck the handling back there and send them out on Inters, I suppose. It's not really worth sending them out, but we're just trying to perfect the strategy because, sorry, not the strategy, the setup, because you can change it. There's no parc fermé in this game. So we're going to just send him out for a bit of a setup lap, and then we'll send him out. Hopefully they get back in time, actually. Maybe that was a bad idea. Nah, we got plenty of time. If we send him out at about 6 minutes, we should get plenty of time to set up a good lap. Alright, come in now, lads. Maybe a bit earlier than 6, or else we get a bit of rain on the last straight. Alright, they're back in. Alright, so Stroll, we're going to make sure he gets around, because he's sort of on the cusp of me. That's not his good setup. Hang on. Let me go to his good setup. 98. Tyre. New set. Oh, do we want to try and qualify on softs? Do we want to take that risk? Stroll can't take that risk because he doesn't have the car for it just yet, but we're going to send out George Russell on softs, and he'll easily qualify, I believe. I'm hoping he does. We can't have Russell going out in Q2. or else that's our chances of the race to over. But it's worth risking it for the race. I think he'll comfortably make it through, especially with the water on the track. Hopefully he gets through the end. And look at that. No one's going to be touching either of them now. Look at that. Vettel might sneak through. No, he won't sneak into Q3, but we get both our drives to Q3. I should have sent Stroll out into the softs, really. Oh well, I wasn't completely sure he was going to make it, to be honest, because of course, he didn't make it last time, I don't think. No. But both Mercs are out because I went out last in Q1, so no Mercedes. Pole position is, oh my, okay, I'm a bit taken off guard there. Both Mercedes are out, which means that poles are ours to lose here, and also it means that they won't be in the top 10 on the grid in the race. So this could be a fantastic weekend because we have the engine as well, and Imola's engine heavy. So wow, okay, this weekend just got seriously interesting. We got good tires for Russell to start on as well. He gets to start on the soft, so hopefully we can get pole here. It's definitely ours to lose at the moment. We're going to send him out for a run here, nice and early. We get one more run in as well. Right at the end of the session, we'll send him out, but second behind Verstappen. Not where we want to be. Come on, Russell. We do not want to be behind Verstappen. This is our chance to lose. We're faster than that Red Bull car. We got the engine as well. So come on. We need Russell here to pull out a massive lap. We're going to give him as much track grip as possible. We'll send out Stroll now just so we don't cause too much traffic for Russell. Send out Russell now. You got plenty of time to make it round. Come on, mate. George Russell, you need to get on pole position. There's no Hamilton. Both Williams made it, Hulkenberg and Bottas. They've actually been much better there with their two experienced drivers. And he's not going to beat Verstappen to pole, despite going purple in the first sector. And it is front row for Russell, but really, we want to be taking pole there with no Mercedes. But anyway, Stroll gets 7th. That's good on him. Of course, there's two Williams in the session, so really, I mean, Yuki, in between the two AlphaTauris, really want to be above the AlphaTauri, but that second car's always a struggle. That being said, Perez is 4th, so Red Bull are having an absolute stunning qualifying session there. Yeah, a bit disappointed not to get pole, but we move on to the race. Alright, race day in Imola. All sunny today, apparently. And it's been unlocked because maybe we had a wet qualifying, so all that soft tyre work has been undone, unfortunately. And it will be because we had a wet qualify, actually, because you can't start on inters. Didn't think about that, but it's alright. Russell made it through anyway. I don't think things through all the time, do I? Make sure I got the right. Yeah, we do got the right. Intel on. We're obviously going to switch to the softs because I like them as a better tyre. Hopefully we can do a number on Max Verstappen here. Oh, do I want to give him one less lap of fuel so he gets a better start? Nah, it rarely works and it puts us a lap behind for the race. I'd rather than being able to push from the start, I guess. Let's attack, overtake, overtake, attack. Come on, Stroll. Let's see you have a good race today. A bit higher up the grid would be nice, but we've got Leclerc, Perez, Ricciardo, Gasly. But, oh, look, Bottas. He's pretty much in the same spot where he was last season with Mercedes, to be fair to him. Hulkenberg, good to see him on the grid again, and Vettel's still on the grid. Fantastic to see. The ART's had a good session. Surprising to see them up there, to be honest, at the top of Q2. Obviously, the Mercedes had a nightmare of a session of a qualifying altogether. But here we go. The curves, that's all drivers controlled. Here we go. Actually, I should have started them on less fuel because they can recover so much fuel. I keep forgetting about that. We have like 6 laps of fuel, but Russell has a terrible start, which is not what we want. Yeah, I should start using that, just turn down the fuel. But Stroll's up here, and Russell's going to drop back to 6th. We're going to zoom forward a little bit here. We've got Perez in the Red Bull. I'm going to change that to push now so we can look after these tyres, go deep into this race. We're in 4th place. How long do these tyres last? We can do a one stop on these tyres easily, so that's good. Hulkenberg is doing well up there in 5th. We get past AlphaTauri. Okay. Safety car is left. And George Russell has crashed out. And man, am I begging that this isn't the start of Vettel Part 2. I'm absolutely begging. I just turned him off attack as well. So we're going to go and conserve here for Lance Stroll. Please don't do the Sebastian Vettel thing. We just can't have that. But our main car's out. So George Russell. It's very disappointing. Anyway, whatever. We move on with Stroll here. Hopefully we can still have a decent race. But yeah, like I said, the parts are in the other car. Anyway, focus on the strategy today. The one stop on the softs. Soft onto softs. And I didn't turn it up. I missed that. Usually it slows it down. Anyway, we're in second though. Good work. On conserve. Stroll's gone up from fifth or sixth or something to go into second, which is not a bad feat by any means. So come on, Stroll, see what you can do. Oh, and we had such a good opportunity today with the Merc starting so far down the grid. To be fair, Hamilton's already up in fourth, but Russell's really let us down there. I'm not going to lie to him. I'm not happy with that at all. But anyway, we move on. Third place for Stroll. Hopefully he can hold on to a podium. But Charles Leclerc, who's very fast, who's probably going to just breeze past us, to be honest. Hopefully we can stay in front of Gasly. But again, I don't know. Gasly finished above us in qualifying, so we just don't know, do we? Lance Stroll, though, zooming through. He is somehow keeping the Ferrari behind him for now. We're going to tell him to cool it on the tyre wears a little bit, though, because we've got to start getting into the rhythm of the race a little bit. We've got to get these tyres to last a lot longer than what they look like they're going to last. So maybe it's a two-stopper today. They've pushed too hard on their super softs, so they're going to have to box. They'll have to box again if they go into softs. So they're going to definitely be doing two stops today. Verstappen is anyway. We might be able to eke out the one stop, but it's probably not worth it. It's probably better if we just two-stop as well, to be honest. I know we'll play it by ear. We'll see how long we make these tyres last. Gasly's behind us in the same tyre compound. We're going to give Stroll a bit of power, and Verstappen takes back over after the pit stop. To be expected, though, he was leading this race quite comfortably. Hamilton's leading the race, and he's got... What? He's got a 30-second gap. I mean, Verstappen's pitted, but it's not a 30-second gap to do a pit stop. That's insane. Hamilton is cracked this season. We're going to go into another set of softs, but I don't think that's going to get us to the end of the race, but that's fine. Bit deflating that we only got Stroll left in the race as we drop further behind. I locked up there as well in fifth, but he's yet to stop yet, so that's fine for us, I guess. Yeah. But we're sort of getting through the rhythm of the race, so I'll see if anything interesting happens. Alright, 3 laps to go here, Lance Stroll, and we're battling with Daniel Ricciardo, who's just pitted with 2 left to go and gone onto the mediums for some reason. But fifth place for Stroll at the moment. We've got plenty of fuel and a bit of tyre wear to go through here. Hopefully we can hold on to this fifth place. It'd be a pretty decent consolation, to be honest. Lance Stroll in fifth place. We thought he could have a decent weekend. There we go. He gets it done in front of Ricciardo. Lovely stuff from Lance Stroll. Brilliant drive from him today. The strategy worked out. It did end up two-stopping, as you can see there. Very disappointed about Russell, but hopefully it's a once-off and it just doesn't turn into a Vettel round 2. If we weren't with us last season, Vettel crashed out. I mean, he crashed out in the first race, so that's already a bit different, but he crashed out the first 6 races, so we are praying that that doesn't happen again. Something about that first car. But yeah, did Ilott crash out? Ilott crashed out. Of course, Ocon did as well, but did not know Callum Ilott crashed out, but there you go. That is good for us in the Mercedes Championship fight, but I mean Hamilton won the race, so they're already way ahead of us, and he got the fastest lap. It looks like it could be a Lulu domination. As you can see, it's up 14 places. Alonso is up 15. Russell's down 18, surprisingly enough. When you start P2 and you DNF, that's usually what happens. But let's have a look here. We are now in fourth, quite some way behind third place Ferrari, and Alpine have shut the gap. We really need 2 cars finishing every race. But anyway, we move on. That was Imola. Alright, interview time. Lewis Hamilton easily won the race, finishing, do you agree, F1? No, it's engineering excellence. I do hold that opinion in real life as well. You can't be cutting down the big teams. You have to just support the little teams. But as to that, George Russell won't take responsibility, let us down there big time. But the engine's done, so that's some positive news and a tough weekend for us. And as you can see there, 1-4-2-9. So we have the 2 best engines on grid in both cars. So no excuses now. We're going to design a new part. What's another big gap between 2 parts that we got there? Because we've bridged the engine gap now. Brakes looks like pretty large gap, but I think there was a bigger one there, yeah. 120 in the gearbox, because obviously we had a shocking gearbox last season, and then built one right at the end. So if we build that gearbox, oh, that looks lovely. That's exactly what we want. Bridging that gap between the 2 cars, making that second car just as good as the first, so we can have some decent finishes. But speaking of finishing, if George Russell crashes out in the next race, I'm going to go in and change the focus again. Because that sort of fixed it with Vettel last year. But if Russell's crashing every race, it's just going to kill the series because we're not going to be able to get 4th place with 1 driver on the team. So Focus is going to bump it up. I don't know why Lance Stroll doesn't have this problem. He's the same Focus, but it must be some first car curse, or the left car curse. There's no first cars here. Wink, wink. Don't let Lawrence see me. I'm favouring George Russell, but yeah, I don't know. It's not nice to be crashing out every race. So hopefully that fixes itself out. But yeah, that has been this episode. Hope you enjoyed Imola. I'm really loving this series and I'm so keen for season 2 here. Thank you to everyone for the support. Please keep it up. Keep leaving comments about feedback, support, whatever you want to, whatever your thoughts are on the series, and leave a like as well. It really helps the video out, and subscribe if not already. It helps me out. And of course, remember, if you get 500 subs, it usually means a triple upload. So, a bit of incentive there. But thank you so much for watching. Follow me on Twitter as well. I'll see you in the next one.